Let's go! Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. Mate, I'm going to say it now. Chelsea are well good. Chelsea 4, Sheffield United 1. But the most important thing about this scoreline is that Chelsea were 1-0 down and they came back and scored 4. And there could have been more, man. There could have been more. Crazy offensive moments of goal mouth scramble where Chelsea nearly put it away. Totally dominant. A beautiful man of the match display from Hakim Ziyech, the Wizard of London. It was so good, mate. Woo. Now, before you start laughing at me and say, Jan, it's Sheffield United in 20th place, true. But this is still a resolute team. Frank Lampard was, really mindful to say, look, man, this is a good team, and they are a good team, and they played well in that first half and in moments, but Chelsea were ultimately too good for them. Remember, Sheffield also had good performances against Liverpool this season. They've had narrow defeats, but Chelsea put them to the sword. Absolutely, and it was nothing short of a magnificent offensive performance. And alright, good moment to ask you guys to subscribe to Football Therapy if you're new to the channel, man. Upload daily Chelsea Football Club content, so you might dig it. Consider subscribing. Follow me on Instagram at FootballYannick. Look, if you're hyped, if you're a Chelsea fan, or even if you're not, if you're hyped and you're feeling good, drop a like on the video because it helps me out, mate. Alright then, let's get into it. Chris Wilder deployed a 5-3-2 formation while Frank Lampard keeps his preferred 4-3-3 with the same back four and Edouard Mendy in goal. James, Ben Chilwell on the flanks, Thiago Silva and Zuma in the central defensive position. Because Kai Havertz is still out, we've got Mateo Kovacic and Mason Mount flanking N'Golo Kante as the lone CDM with a front three of Werner off the left, Tammy Abraham up front, and the main man himself, Hakim Ziyech, off the right. So, this game started with a 9-minute opener, I believe, from McGoldrick. This guy just doesn't score or play football well until he plays against Chelsea. And this was a little bit unfortunate for Eddie Mendy, who was having an incredible run in the Chelsea goal, not conceding any goals. I don't think you can do anything about this one. I think it was off a set piece, but it was a combination where it comes in, someone I think takes a strike at it, and McGoldrick does like a back heel and it goes in. It's a lovely, well-worked goal, whichever way you look at it. And it wasn't like a Chelsea defensive disaster class, in my opinion. They might have done a little bit better leading up to it, but ultimately it was a really well-worked goal and a lovely finish from McGoldrick, who's apparently only good when he plays against Chelsea. The Chelsea goals came from Tammy Abraham playing up front, Timo Werner playing off the left when he ran through and just rifled it after missing a previous chance. Thiago Silva from a corner, man, heading on it, beautiful. That's what we expect from him, and that's what we're gonna love from him. And Chili B running in the back post, slightly frightened of the ball, but hey, we scrambled it in. 4 beautiful goals. Chelsea could have had more. Then we're just having a lovely time. So let's go through player performances and talk about who shined in this game. Eddie Mendy, he did pretty well. Obviously, we conceded a goal. It wasn't really on him because of how that ball went in off McGoldrick. I think he was pretty good. So far, he's been such a near immaculate signing for Chelsea. Certainly just the tonic, exactly what we needed. Another great performance from him. Reece James down the right hand flank, combining with Hakim Ziyech. He was excellent, man, as was Ben Chilwell again. I think he made like one little mistake that I noted, but apart from that, really superb performances from both the Chelsea fullbacks, and of course Ben Chilwell got his goal running into the box, Frankie Lampard style back post. Love to see it. Both centre halves were good. Again, Zuma just wins every single aerial duel, mate. He was just floating around the air, clearing everything away from the Chelsea box. Thiago Silva, similarly excellent, more commanding, sort of, distribution was excellent, obviously got his goal, which was lovely to see. He looked absolutely elated. So the whole defensive backline, pretty darn good. I think the goal was a little bit of a well-worked freak moment from Sheffield. Kante, pretty darn good. He's getting better at his, cooking his passes properly in the final third when he runs on. Kante as a lone CDM against Burnley looked great, but I worry on his team against, teams like Sheffield United. Is he the CDM we're looking for? In terms of his individual performance, though, he's been great. I just wonder if he's the complete player profile to finish this near elite team in that position, He eventually moves on to an attacking 8 when Jorginho comes on. Kovacic played 70 minutes, looked pretty darn decent to me. I wasn't think he was insanely good, as some people on Twitter did, but he's been out of the team for a while, but he did his job, mate. So big thumbs up to Mateo Kovacic. Mason Mount was excellent. He has been excellent in that left centre mid number 8 role. He's superb. I think did he hit the bar at the end or force a save? Him linking up the play, cooking perfectly weighted passes out to the flanks. Mate, Mason Mount has been superb, and you know it. You can also see the benefits of having a real sort of more quintessential number 9 in the striker spot with Tammy Abraham. Obviously getting his goal. He loves poaching, but just link up play, holding up the ball, you're not really going to expect that from Werner. Good interplay from Werner, but the way Tammy holds up the ball and can win aerial duels and is more pacey than Giroud, it feels good to have him there. So I can kind of understand why Frank Lampard's, I mean, obviously it's to do with personnel because of Christian Pulisic. You'd imagine Pulisic would push Werner up, but you can see the benefits of having Tammy Abraham in this side, and he's playing super well, man. Timo Werner, excellent industry and work rate in this game. Obviously missed the chance from a beautiful ball from Hakim Ziyech, but obviously got his goal in the end and just rifled it. And he will score a lot of goals, Timo Werner. He'll run all game and he'll score goals. And to be honest, that's what the Premier League needs. Chelsea will eat that up in the Premier League. If you run a lot, if you can get in behind, if you can score a lot of goals, you will do well in the Premier League. So I'm very, very happy with Timo Werner, even if his general play wasn't 10 out of 10 throughout the whole match. He did what he needed to do and man got his goal, so Chelsea are very happy with that. I don't really want to talk about the subs because I didn't play too much, but my word, Hakim Ziyech, man. What a player. I've been talking about him for so long now, how I'm really, really excited to get him in this team, and he just looks absolutely magnificent, man. The shots on goal, he got a couple of assists in this game, dictating play, a few of his long diagonals or balls over the top like to Werner that were not utilised, like they were just wasted into the ether. You know, inch perfect, beautiful distributed long balls just wasted. Anyway, man, he was the man of the match. He was the best player on the pitch. He looks absolutely good to go, ready-made. He is 27, remember. He's not one of the kids. He is ready to just tear apart English football, European football, playing with the Chelsea badge on his chest. And I am absolutely buzzing, man. I absolutely love it. He was superb. He was going between the number 10 position and the right wing. He was even interchanging quite deeper. You can find him in striker positions as well. And that's an interesting thing about this Chelsea side. I haven't seen such an interchanging team positionally for a long time. And I genuinely mean that, like any football teams that I've watched recently in Europe or whatever. If one player goes out, the other one fills in, but they completely switch up. And it obviously shows like they're really versatile, and that's what Frank Lampard wanted from his new signings, and indeed from all his players, positional versatility, do you know what I mean? And we've got that, and when you play like that, the opposition can't pick up players because they can't completely be pulled out of position because they don't know who to pick up and when. Chelsea dominate the ball, dominate play, and we win games. So it's beautiful scenes. So, another 3 points for Chelsea, another +3 goal difference for Chelsea, winning 4-1, and a good defensive performance ultimately, and a superb attacking offensive one. This Chelsea team look like the real deal, and more pundits and people around football are going to start talking about Chelsea in the title race. And you know what, mate? They should. Chelsea are looking incredibly exciting, fresh. There looks like there's identity. There looks like there's ideas. There looks like there is a philosophy, a play style, a desired effect. It is beautiful. If you agree, drop like on video, subscribe to Football Therapy if you're new, man. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Enjoy the football, and I will see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy talk. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me, baby.